Greetings again and hello from Waveland on the harbor. I wanted to share a few minutes with you to just express a message that might be worth your consideration. And it has to do with the idea of contribution over consumption. And what does that mean? Well, we obviously, and perhaps unfortunately, live in a consumer-driven society. It's all about acquisition, buying, acquiring, accumulating, consuming, taking things into our life. But then there's the notion of contribution, the opposite of that. What are we contributing? What are we giving to others in this world, in society? And it's sort of interesting because in this time of quarantine, the biggest complaint is really on our limits of consumption. We can't just go to stores, whether they be the mall or furniture stores or little galleries or restaurants and bars, right? And so many other examples. So there's limits on what we can consume. But is that a bad thing? Well, it depends if you're consumption driven. But if you're contribution driven, there's no quarantine on what you can give. For example, just giving your time, whether it be through social media or on the phone or texting, to another person, to listen to them, to support them, to give guidance to them, to be there for them. There's no quarantine on if you want to give monetarily to a food bank, to a church, to a business that's hurting. There's no limitation in any stage of society kind of reopening. That never closed. So these are just a couple of examples of there is no quarantine on contribution, just consumption. So rather than fret or grasp at the limitation to consume, which is understandable because we're animals and that have been trained to consume our entire lives. But this is an opportunity to connect with your true self, the highest version of yourself, that looks to consume nothing at all and exists to express and give beneficial experiences to others around you in their lives. So, something to consider. One aspect of things that we're sort of connected to things opening or not opening and the timing of that and feeling constrained by that, or something that you are completely free to do and always have been. And it might be the time to really look at that paradigm shift. And it just so happens that we don't experience peace and happiness in a lasting way through consumption. It's through contribution and benefiting others. So give it some thought, and as always, thank you for listening. Have a great day.